He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Williams. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes looking deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cousins now from the 50. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first and 10. Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Lucky 50. Lucky 50.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And they got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there? Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Green 90. Green 90. So.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is Clark. That's Watkins. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 60 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. For the Minnesota Vikings, earlier you and I were breaking down Kirk Cousins' season and the disappointment there, but they go from 13-3 to 8-7-1, and this was a team that many thought off that 13-3 season were Super Bowl contenders. What happened?
I think they struggled with Kirk Cousins meshing in as their new starting quarterback. Their offensive line had its share of troubles up front. Couldn't keep Dalvin Cook healthy as their lead runner. But the defense, even though the numbers were good at the end of the year, they struggled throughout as well. They had some games where they gave up some big plays. Remember the Rams game earlier in the season? The Packers game that was a tie, I think the second game of the year. So all in all, they could just never get that consistency and cohesiveness that they had in 2018. But it's a team that's not very far away. They can bounce right back into the playoffs in this upcoming year.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A second down throw for Cousins. And Diggs has it. Stephon Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Mahomes to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And they got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England? Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the third team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. Mahomes now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Escaping the pressure right. Conley's got it over the middle. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for KC. And even 40 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Black 58 rail.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.